everybody, it's Geordie from Geordie Colours. Thank you so much for joining me and welcome to another episode of Sunday Snippets. Today I've got so much to show you. Obviously it's the first Sunday after Christmas, so there's lots of new goodies to show, and yeah, let's dive in. So first of all, I haven't really done much colouring, so I'm not going to show you any finished pages because I haven't done a great deal in the build up to Christmas, but lots of new goodies to show you. So last week I showed you these, the grabby glitter gel pens, and on the back of that I had also purchased these, the grabby dual tone brush tip acrylic marker set. There's 36 markers, but they are dual tone, so each end has a different color. And yeah, I swatched them out, and they come with a black and a white swatch sheet, so you can see there. So each of these kind of boxes is the two ends of each pen. So there's a nice variety of colours. I'm actually really happy with these. They seem to work quite nicely. Some are a little bit juicier than others, I guess. But yeah, I haven't tried them on a page yet, but I just thought they were kind of cool. They were relatively cheap. Quite cool colours, and yeah, they look fun. I'm looking forward to trying these out. I don't know when that's going to happen, and I'll probably use these mostly for my colour by number books. So, you know, quick and easy fun colouring, nothing too stressful. I can never get these back in. There we go, it's going. So yeah, those were fun. I'll show you one of the markers. So you can get an idea, if I can get them out, you can get an idea of them. So they have, dual ends, and they're both brush tip ends. So both ends are the same, but they're different colours. So I think they're kind of neat. I quite like them. Yeah, I'm quite happy with them. So like I said, I've yet to try them on a page, but I kind of just bought them for my colour by number books. And yeah, I think they'll be fun for that. So that's my grabby dual tone acrylic markers. Then for Christmas, my son kindly bought me the Amanda Colours colouring planner. This is the soft version of it, and I have started jotting some things down and making some plans in here. Really looking forward to using this book, and I do like the images in here. So the first image for January is this one by R.J. Hempson, which I think is really, really cool. So I might have a go at that one. A wave hello to the new year. So yeah, it's got space for a quick flick through. I haven't put my name in it yet. It's got some information there, different information about different colouring bits and pieces, colouring goals. I'm going to go through these a bit more detail. You've got totals for the number of pages, buddy colours, prompts and challenges, uncoloured books, how many books you get to throughout the year, project books, completed colouring books. I doubt I'm going to fill that one out. Books to complete, so I've kind of made a tracker here for Forest Song and Moon Valley. And then hashtags and challenges, that's for my colourless fairy tales. You got a sneak peek there. Books coloured in this year, which I think is really cool. Uncoloured books, of which I now have 39. I'll show you the reason for that shortly. And then, yeah, into the months. And yeah, I'm not particularly neat at planning. I tend to just kind of, I use it as a tool. I use it as a tool. So I don't kind of worry about getting it all pretty and neat and tidy and all that sort of thing. It's something where I scribble down plans and that sort of thing, and it's perfect for that. So I'm very thankful to my son for buying me that. I think that's going to be a really great tool to use throughout the year. Just trying to find a spot to put that. I need it somewhere handy. And then a lovely subscriber who wants to remain anonymous, but you know who you are, so thank you so much, sent me 5 new books. 5. I was blown away, totally unexpected, so generous, and I'm just absolutely, like I say, just blown away. I can't believe it. I'm so thankful. And they're beautiful. All of these books are gorgeous. So I've got 2 R.J. Hempsons. So the first is Winter Wonder, and I'm gonna flick through these really quickly because there are plenty of flip throughs on other channels, but this is the one where you got the dual set of pages. So you've got the pages with a difference at the back. So a lot of them have kind of black backgrounds, these ones at the back. They're such cool pages. I hadn't actually seen a flip through of this book. So it was really a surprise when I got it. And yeah, and then the first set of pages you can see tends to have the white backgrounds, and there are differences in the pages, and it's kind of fun going through it and spotting the differences. There's lots of cool things. So yeah, this was just amazing. I was so happy with this book. And there's pages in here for it's not necessarily all winter. There are some that you could sneak in for spring. I think that this one would be perfect for spring with the rain and the ducks and the frogs. And there was one that I thought was perfect for autumn, which is the pumpkin spice latte page. This one, yeah, which I think is really cool for autumn with the pumpkins and things. So yeah, good variety of pages. I really like that one. That's Winter Wonder. She also sent this beautiful Lost in Time by R.J. Hampson, and this one is so fun. Again, it's the duplicates with a difference. So in the back you've got these ones with mostly with darker backgrounds, and then some changes to the original image at the front. But this is the one that goes through time, and I love the fact that we've got reference to Pride and Prejudice, which is my favourite novel of all time. And I just think that's so funny. With Mr. Darcy taking a dip, and instead we've got Mr. Fogarty taking a dip. So yeah, these are just gorgeous. Again, I had not seen this book. I hadn't seen any flip throughs. It was a complete surprise, and what a nice surprise it was. I just love it. I think it's really, really cool. I do have to do a lot more colouring in my R.J. Hampson books. Yeah, I like this one too. I just think this is so cool. It's so funny. He inadvertently changes the future by introducing fire to primitive axolotls. So there you go. Yeah, Mr. Fogarty on his adventures. Such cool books. Love these. So that was another one. I then got these amazing Oceans to Stars by Lydia Fenwick. I have been eyeing this book up for a long time. And this is the one where you've got all of the star signs, and you've kind of got a little bit of information about them on this side. So on this side, you've kind of got the properties of that star sign. And then in, so this is the celestial section where they're kind of all celestial in the sky, stars and that sort of thing. And then this one is this the water? No, can't remember. They're in different sections in the earth. So this is the earth section. Excuse me. So you've got the kind of stone that is associated with that. Sorry, forgive me. I may have to stop and start every now and then because I have coughing fits. So yeah, we've got the earth section. We've got the kind of stone that's associated with that star sign. I love that one. It's so pretty. I just love this book. I think these faces are just gorgeous. Yeah, really cool. And then you've kind of got the water section where they're all mermaids. Goodness, I can't speak. I love this one. The Scorpio ones really appeal to me, although I am a Libra, so I like this one too. But yeah, I had been eyeing up this book for a long time. It's on my wish list, and this lovely subscriber sent it to me. Thank you so much again. Just think that is awesome. And then to top it, well, not to top it off because there's one other. She also sent Luna by Lydia Fenwick, which is the newer book, and this is all about the Chinese zodiac. So in this one, the Chinese zodiac, they're all together. So you've got a page where it's kind of got some information about that Chinese zodiac sign and what it means. You've got one where you've got kind of like the colours that are associated with that sign, and then the years that are associated with that one. I love this one. So this year is the year of the horse, and yeah, I really would like to get a page done in here for the horse. I'm a dragon, so that's pretty cool. I think the dragon's pretty neat. My son is a horse, so yeah, the horse pages are gorgeous. I'm looking forward to doing one of these. I think that one's just lovely. So yeah, they go through all the different years, all the different animals. I think they're just gorgeous, beautiful pages, stunning book. Love the concept of this. So very excited to have this book in my collection. And then just to kind of put the crowning glory on all of this, Wildflower Folk. So this was the 5th book that was sent. Absolutely blown away by this person's generosity, and just honestly, I don't expect anything. Such a nice surprise. It really was just amazing. And this book, like the other two that I recently purchased, I could literally just spend hours just looking at the artwork because it's just so beautiful. I mean, wow. Yeah, Christine Karen is fast becoming one of my favorite artists, although I am intimidated by Skin and Hair. I love this one, absolutely love this one. It's something that I really want to work on, and I want to get better at, and what better way than to colour some of these, and the fact that they're grayscale I think helps a lot. Now this, I had this in a book that I've just stashed, which was on the Amazon printed paper, so I'm really looking forward to doing this. I actually considered doing this, I just haven't had enough time. I considered doing it like immediately for my Colour the Fairy Tales hashtag, but it was Christmas and I just haven't had enough time. But yeah, I just think that they're so beautiful, and they do cover all the seasons. So look, this is a great wintry page. We've got some more spring-like pages, some more autumnal pages. We've got mermaids for Mermaid. I love that one. Is that, no, that's not the front cover. I feel like I've seen that one somewhere. But yeah, it just, I mean, look how beautiful they are. They are just stunning. And like I say, I could sit here and flip through these books and just get a lot of pleasure from doing that. Definitely would like to colour these, but that's the one from the front cover. That'd be a great one for winter. Look at that. So yeah, I have just been completely and utterly spoilt rotten, and I am so grateful. Thank you so much. Yeah, love it, love this book. So Wildflower Folk by Christine Karen. So like I said, had lots to show you there, lots of new goodies. It's very exciting. And I think I want to start a page in Winter Wonder. So I have kind of been flicking through it, and I've decided to go with this one. This is called Red Robin, and I have some markers picked out here, some Ohuhu alcohol markers that I'm going to use. I'm going to put a blotter sheet in the back there so it doesn't bleed through. And yeah, let's have a go at doing some colouring in this gorgeous book. So I think I'm going to start with the frame, which I'm going to do in some gold shades. So I have Y8, Y270, Y260 and Y230, and let's see how we get on. So I always tend to start with my darkest marker first, pull you down there a little bit, and yeah, let's just have a little bit of a colour and a chat. So yeah, like I say, I was completely blown away by that generous gift. It was just so overwhelming and completely unexpected. I really didn't anticipate that at all, and it was such a nice surprise. And yeah, it was kind of the gift that kept on giving, because I got the first one, I think it was on the 23rd, and then on the 24th, Christmas Eve, there was 2 more boxes arrived, and I was like, but I haven't ordered anything. I don't know what this is. And I was opening it up, and they were all in beautiful gift bags. And I was just like, oh my goodness, my family were like, wow, that's just so generous. So it was such a lovely surprise, and I'm very, very thankful. So yeah, really excited to get these. And it's nice to start a page in this book. I just think this book's so cool. I love RJ Hampson's work. I've been meaning to watch. I haven't had much time for watching either. But there were a few YouTubers that did kind of a thank you RJ Hampson kind of video where they all coloured pages from RJ Hampson's book and kind of did a bit of a collab on it and put it together in a video. And I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I would like to go and watch that. I know Piggy Pen's Tube and Dana from Dana's Colouring Obsession, I believe, were part of that. So yeah, go and check out their channels if you'd like to see it. I'm definitely want to take a look at that and see how it all turned out. I don't know which book they used or whether they did different RJ books. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I love RJ Hampson books. And I just haven't coloured enough in them. I am doing For a Song as one of my project books, so I have done a little bit in that. But yeah, I would definitely like to do more in some of his other ones and try and get a bit more done, because I do think they're just gorgeous pages. And they're always really fun to colour. I like his sense of humour. I did do Awake, the kind of like small victory style book, which I did as a full book colour along on the channel, and I did complete that one. So I have done I've done a fair bit of RJ Hampson, I suppose. Just he's got so many books, and there's just never enough time to colour them all. But, yeah, I do love his artwork, and like I say, he's got a real fun kind of sense of humour, which I really like. I think this marker's bleeding a lot on this paper. I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful. I can clean it up though with a white gel pen. I kind of wanted to do a gold frame for this. I was struggling to figure out what other colour to do. I figured gold would work. So we've gone for a gold frame. And hopefully that will look okay. Yeah, I think this book is really cool. I really like it. I love the variety that's in here. There's kind of pages for Christmas, pages for winter, and like I showed you, there's there's a couple for other seasons as well, spring, and you can kind of stretch it out. It doesn't have to be all the winter season. So yeah, I really do like this book quite a lot. And the Lost in Time one is just, it's so funny. It's just really, every time I look through it, I see new details, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Yeah, his sense of humour is just so cool. So I really like that. What else have I been up to? I have created a video for my Colour the Fairy Tales hashtag, and I have some very exciting news with that. So that video will be out Monday, tomorrow. So do go and watch that and check it out. It's very exciting news. Yeah, don't want to give too much away here, but do go and see that one. There's some new developments in the Colour the Fairy Tales hashtag, some exciting new things going on with that. So go and check that out. And the first fairy tale for the year of 2026 will be revealed. So that's quite exciting. I'm planning on doing a plans video very soon. I kind of have some rough plans for January, and some rough plans for the year. I tend not to plan too much because I feel a little bit overwhelmed if I do, so I tend to just kind of plan a little bit and not try and, you know, tax myself too much. You know, colouring is meant to be kind of a stress reliever, and I find that the more spontaneous I am with my colouring, the more creative I am. So sometimes having loads and loads of plans doesn't really work particularly well for me. So yeah, being a bit more spontaneous and that sort of thing really helps to get my creativity going. So I'm trying to be a bit more mindful of that and a bit more aware. I'm just going to move my camera down slightly so I can fit all this in. Yeah, a bit more aware of that. So I do have some plans. I have my first double page spread for the year planned. That is something that I do want to do, and that is one of my goals for 2026, is to colour more double page spreads. So I have my first one planned, and I'm gonna do it in a similar way that I did my gnomes page from Mythomorphia. I'm going to be doing kind of a double page spread over 2 months, and I'm just going to chip away at it and just do little bits here and there in between other projects. And but the first one is a buddy colour that my lovely friend Veronica from Veronica Dunn 66 on Instagram reached out and asked me if I'd like to do it. And at first I was like, oh, I don't know. Not sure if I would do that. And then I was like, oh, what am I doing? I need to do more double page spreads. I've got to stop putting them off and saying, no, I'm not going to do them. So, yeah. And then I kind of reached back out to her and I said, hey, look, let's do it. Let's just go for it. And she was kind of laughing at me like, yeah, way to talk yourself into it. I was like, yeah, no. But it is a goal, and it is something that I want to do more of. So we have that one planned. We also have a buddy colour planned for January. So I've kind of already committed to a buddy colour or 2 buddy colours. And again, that's something that I've said I want to kind of reduce a little bit, because I feel like I say, I work better with that spontaneity. I feel more creative when I'm a bit more spontaneous. So sometimes the buddy colours, as much as I enjoy doing them and seeing the pages, I also feel a little bit stressed by them, because I feel like I'm being like I what's the word I'm looking for? Like I said last time, I plan these buddy colours and I have great intentions, and then when push comes to shove and I sit down to actually colour them, I'm like, oh, I don't really feel like doing that. But I'm quite excited about these 2 pages. One is an untouched book, and the other one is a double page spread that I really like and I have kind of been eyeing up for a while. So I'm looking forward to doing those 2. Probably won't take any other buddy colours for January, at least. I might take one in February, but I don't want to kind of make any plans for that just yet, because I want to kind of see what takes my fancy in February. One of my other goals, though, is to reduce the number of uncoloured books. And as you saw on my planner there, I have quite a few uncoloured books now, even though I did a massive big de-stash before Christmas. Obviously all of these lovely new additions, but the thing is that now I feel like I've got a collection that I really like, I'm really happy with, I'm very excited about. Yeah, my collection is kind of books that I'm excited about colouring in, whereas before I had books that I wasn't 100% sure about, and wasn't sure if I really wanted to do much in them. So now I feel like that's not the case. All the books that I have are all books that I would love to colour in. So that makes me very excited. So I am hoping that I can reduce the number of uncoloured books and work on bringing that down to 0 ideally, but I mean, I'm not sure if I'll achieve that, and there may well be books that are bought throughout the year. I'm really hoping, again, that's another goal, is to stop buying so much and just kind of focus on the books that I already have in my collection, and yeah, not feel this kind of massive FOMO, isn't it? Fear of missing out if I see them on other people's channels. So that's definitely a goal, to reduce the number of uncoloured books to a kind of much better number. I don't know what a better number is, really. I don't know if there is a kind of like perfect number that you go, oh, that's it. Yeah, I've achieved it. I guess it's 0. But you know what I mean. I kind of want to reduce the books down and work on all of my books, because like I say, all of them make me quite excited. I'm quite keen on all the books I have in my collection now, and I feel like all of them are books that I want to get to and use and colour in. So that is the plan. Hopefully I can do something to make that work, and yeah, try and reduce those books down a bit. Like I say, I've got one buddy colour planned in an uncoloured book for January. I have a plan for another uncoloured book for a page that I really like to do for my Colour the Fairy Tales hashtag. So yeah, there are plans already to get to some of those untouched books. In an ideal world, I'd like to be able to get to 2 or 3 of them each month. So if I did, excuse me, if I did 3 uncoloured books a month, that would give me 36 in total for the entire year, which is pretty close to the 39 uncoloured books that I currently have in my collection. So that would be a good goal, 3 uncoloured books every month, and I think that's doable. I don't think that's out of the question, because like I say, I really enjoy all of them, and I want to get to all of them. So I think it's definitely an achievable goal. There are other, obviously there are other things to think about. There are other books in my library that I would like to colour as well. It's hard though, isn't it? You feel torn between trying to colour all the books that you own, and give love to the the pre-existing ones that you've already maybe done a page or 2 in. I am going to be, sorry, excuse the noise upstairs, I am going to be doing my project book Moon Valley by Maria Trolle, so I'm hoping to get a few more pages done in that over the course of the year. And For a Song, as I've already talked about, is still a project book, so I will be working on that one as well. I think that could be done by the end of the year, For a Song, so I could have a completed book by the end of the year, which is quite exciting. Yeah, be nice to have that book finished. So I'm just colouring gold here. I know that might be a bit boring, but I'm kind of busy chatting away, and it's easy to do this while I'm chatting. So yeah, those are the kind of main plans that I have, main goals. Double page spread. I'm aiming for a double page spread every 2 months, so that will give me a total of 6 double page spreads throughout the year. That would be nice. Aiming to reduce the number of uncoloured books that I have, and like I say, if I can get to 3 every month, that would really help. And then my project books to be done. So yeah, those are kind of like my main goals, main plans. I think they're all quite achievable, and nothing too like ridiculously far-fetched. I love watching those videos, like 26 and 26 or whatever, you know, all the books that you want to colour in 2026. I think those books are those videos, sorry, are really cool. I love watching them. But for me, I'm not sure that they're achievable. Like I say, if I plan things out too much, I just end up feeling a little bit trapped, I suppose, and then it kind of reduces the creativity for me, and I kind of feel like, oh, I don't really want to do that. And yeah, I hope that makes sense. I know it sounds a bit stupid, maybe, but yeah, that's kind of how I work. As soon as something is made into a firm plan, it's like, oh, I'm not sure I want to do that. So yeah, I won't be doing anything like that. Like I say, it would be nice if I could choose, and I did actually think of doing a random wheel type thing for my uncoloured books, and saying, right, I'll use a random number generator for my uncoloured books, and then I can, you know, use that to choose which book I'm going to colour in for that month, or which books, and that could be a possibility, because like I say, I do love all my books, and with just choosing a book, it's not like narrowing my choices down to a specific page. It will just be narrowing it down to a specific book, which I think is doable. Okay, there's my gold done. I'm gonna what am I gonna do next? I'm kind of debating. So there's a line that goes across here which looks like it's a horizon line, so you look like you're looking at kind of like a stained glass window almost, isn't it? Or a window. So I'm thinking this is the horizon, so this is the land and this is the sky. I'm thinking of doing this bit like snow, because obviously it's winter. So I haven't quite decided on that, but I think for the sky, should I do that next, or should I do some other stuff? Let's see, I'm going to start actually with my greens. Let's go with that. I'm going to start with my greens for my leaves and my my greenery. So I've got BG2, G5 and G9 are my greenery colours. Let's see how this goes. So yeah, hopefully you can see all that. Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, so that maybe using a random number generator to decide which book I'm going to work in could work quite nicely. That's definitely an option I'm thinking of, because like I say, I'm not kind of restricting myself to the I'm not kind of choosing the page. I'm just going to choose the book, and then I can kind of give myself some options in that book. And like I said, I'm at the point now where every book I have, every uncoloured book I have, is a book that I really want and really want to colour in. So I think I would be okay with that. Yeah, but I don't know. Like I said, I've already got 2 pages planned and 2 different uncoloured books for January. So really just kind of have to choose one other, and then January's taken care of. So yeah, I haven't quite decided on that yet. And you know, the reality is that I probably get around 8 to 10 pages on a good month done. And there was a point where I was kind of pushing myself to do more, and when I felt, you know, like, oh, I've got to have something to show in my completed pages videos at the end of the month, and I've got to get more pages done for that. And again, that was kind of sucking the creativity out of me a little bit, because I felt like I was pushing myself to do pages, even though I maybe didn't really feel inspired to do them. So I'm learning from that, and I'm saying, actually, that's a bit messy. I don't like that. Sorry, that leaf has not turned out nicely at all. I think I can fix it with some white gel pen. So yeah, that I feel like that is again, it's kind of counterproductive to me to say, yeah, I'm gonna color this many pages or this or do this. I feel like coloring, it's hard to see where some of these go. I don't want to color just for the sake of getting numbers or you know, that sort of thing. I just want to color because I'm enjoying it, and I think that's important. So that's another goal, is to not kind of feel pressured to do more than I perhaps want to or need to. Just have fun with that. Right, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try starting with the lightest colour, because that one turned out a bit messy and I don't like it. I'm hoping I can redeem it a little bit with some white gel pen and stuff over the top. But yeah, I'm hoping that all makes sense. I'm hoping that is not too wishy-washy. Yeah, I just want to have fun with my colouring. I want to keep it as, you know, this kind of lovely stress-relieving activity that I enjoy doing, and not be about, you know, getting certain things done and meeting goals and targets and all that sort of thing. That's not what it's about. Yes, it's nice to have lots of people view your videos on YouTube. Yes, it's nice to, you know, see your number of subscribers increasing and all that sort of thing. But for me, that's not what it's about. It's about a hobby that I enjoy and I love, and I enjoy making the videos. I enjoy waffling on about stuff, and just kind of, yeah, I enjoy all of that. So I don't want to lose sight of the reasons why I'm doing all of this, which is to have fun and do a fun hobby, relax, and yeah, excuse me, enjoy it. So yeah, it can, you know, it's hard, like we all kind of like compare ourselves to other people, and it's hard not to. It really is hard not to, and think, oh, well, maybe if I tried that, I could be like them, or I could do that. But sometimes it's just about having fun, and it's just about enjoyment, and like I say, finding something that helps you relax and de-stress and escape the kind of the crazy stuff that goes on in the real world every day, and just have a little bit of a creative outlet, and yeah, and enjoy it, and have a little kind of a little bit of fun. Right, I don't know, I feel like this leaf combination is not great, and it's kind of bleeding a lot, but I'm persevering. I'm hoping that when I add, you know, often if you add white gel pen, it's like covers all manner of sins, doesn't it? It can kind of really make a page come to life and look 10 times better. That's the plan. Let's hope. If nothing else, I've had a lot of fun colouring this and chatting, so, which is the name of the game. Okay, I'm kind of doing all of my leaves in this colour, even though I know that they look like there's some holly leaves, and then these ones look more like the kind of, is it a rose? Kind of flower leaves. So I know they're different leaves, but they're all being the same colour. They're all going the same way. So yeah, I hope you all had a lovely Christmas. I hope that it all went smoothly for you. I had a bit of a nightmare. My turkey was not cooking. I had a massive turkey. It was ridiculous. We've got turkey. We've got enough turkey to feed about 10 people for the next 20 days. It feels like, although it is going down rather quickly, because we had turkey. I've used the wrong colour there. No, I haven't. We had turkey leftovers for dinner last night. And we will have turkey sandwiches. So it won't get wasted. It'll all get used. But yeah, my turkey was taking a long time to cook, and I was getting a bit stressed because all my vegetables were kind of ready, and my turkey wasn't, and I was like, oh my goodness. In the end, it all turned out really nicely, actually, and everything was good, but there was panic stations for a bit. It was like, oh my goodness, what is going on? And I haven't cooked I haven't cooked a Christmas dinner for the family for a long time. So it was kind of my first one for many years, because obviously we've been in the UAE and we haven't had too many people come over. So yeah, it was a bit scary, and I was like, oh my goodness, it's not going to plan. But in the end, it all turned out okay, and everything tasted really nicely, actually. So hooray, it all worked. It was just a bit kind of touch and go for a bit. This is really bleeding a lot. I'm hoping I can fix all of this. I think it's going to look fun though anyway. Oh my goodness, I've just gone right over the flour. I really need to concentrate on what I'm doing. So yeah, Christmas Day went well. It was fun. Everybody had a nice time. It's just all over so quickly, isn't it? There's so much. I always find this with Christmas. There's this huge build up to it, and this kind of sense of anticipation and excitement, and then it's like it's just over so fast, and it's kind of like, where did that go? And it's a bit I think the kids in particular find it a bit of a kind of a deflation afterwards, isn't it? It's kind of like, oh, Christmas is done, you know, like, what are we going to do now? So yeah, it's kind of a funny time of year, but yeah, it's nice. It was really nice having all the family around and spending Christmas with them when we haven't had an opportunity to do that for, like I say, for many years. So that was really nice, and it was good. We played some games. We had some good board games, and yeah, it was just good times. Watched movies, ate too much, you know, all the typical Christmas stuff, which was really, really good. And then, like I say, I got thoroughly spoiled, so I feel very, very blessed. I'm very blessed and fortunate. So I hope all of you had a lovely Christmas time as well, and that it was pleasant and peaceful and not too stressful, because I know it can also be quite a stressful time, can it? There's so much pressure. So much pressure. There's pressure to, you know, like get the right gifts, to get the food right, to all of that sort of stuff, and it can be a little bit overwhelming at times. But I hope you managed to find some relaxing, enjoyable family time there as well. Okay, I don't know how I feel about these leaves. I think it's going to be okay. Like I say, once I add everything else in, I think it's going to look, we'll sort it out. It'll get by. I just think this page is so, I mean, I love every page in this book. I think there's not one that I wouldn't want to colour, but I really like this one. This one really called to me as soon as I opened the book. I was like, oh, I really like that page. I like the pages with a difference version of this as well, although it's much simpler. It's only got the central part, and it's all blacked out, so literally just the birds and the kind of flowers and leaves that you get to colour. I did think that would look quite cool. And this one is going to be kind of like a daytime scene, and then I could do that one as a bit more of a nighttime version, which I think is quite neat. I hope, sorry, that me pulling the caps off my markers all the time is not too distracting. I realise it can be a little bit annoying, but I like to keep the caps on as much as possible, because I hate the idea of my markers drying out, and I know they're not going to dry out that quickly, but just, yeah, leaving the caps off feels wrong to me somehow, so I always put the caps back on in between each use, and yeah, I realise that can be a bit annoying, so I do apologise if that is frustrating you. I'm trying to be as quiet as possible with those and not be too clicky, so yeah, I apologise if that is a bit annoying. I think I'm nearly done with this green. I'm debating whether to do the vines in the green as well, or whether to do them brown. I feel like I'm probably going to do them brown. That's what I originally intended when I first saw this page, to do the kind of branches and vines in brown, but maybe, I don't know. I don't like the way this marker bleeds quite so much on this paper. It does bleed a lot. Yeah, especially if you add layers, it bleeds out a lot, which is not my favourite, but it's okay. It's okay. I think that's looking, oh, I missed a leaf up here. Missed a little leaf here. Let's do him in 2 colours, I think. And then I kind of feel like I need to do my berry stalks here. Green, although they're very fine. I've done those ones. Okay, I think, do I do the vines and the branch, or do I do them in brown? I'm going to do them in brown, I think. Okay, so that's my leaves. Let's see, do I want to do the sky next? Shall we have a go at doing the sky? Okay, so I've got B250, B260 and B220. So I have to figure out which way these go. So 260 should be the darkest. So I'm going to start with that up here. And these little bits. Kind of wanted to go with a cooler grey, befitting the season. A cooler grey, cooler blue, sorry. What I'm talking about here, but a cooler blue for the sky. To kind of give that frosty, cold feeling to the page. So here's my, so I kind of want to do, I'm trying to do a bit of a gradient from darkest at the top to lightest at the bottom. Which is always easier said than done. You think it's going to be easy with alcohol markers, and it never quite turns out the way you want it to. But we'll give it a go. We'll go down to there, and then we'll get the next colour, which is the B250. And the great thing about these colours is there's not a huge amount of difference between the two, so they should blend quite nicely. Lots of little fiddly bits in here. I think this page is just, it's great. I love R.J. Hampson's books when you want something that's a little bit, they're not like cute and cozy, really sweet and simple books, but they're not really taxing books either. They're kind of that lovely in between. So you can, you know, if you've got a page that you want to do something a little bit trickier on, but you're not quite ready to do a, I don't know, like a Kirby page. You just want to do something that's not completely mindless, but also not really taxing. And these pages are great. I love them. And I love using my alcohol markers on them, because it does take it from being, you know, what could be. I mean, you could definitely use pencils and make this a more complicated page, but by using alcohol markers, it makes it go really quick, and it's fun, and I just, yeah, really enjoy them. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this kind of swirly bit through. I think I'm going to kind of make that into a cloud of some description. I don't know how. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, as you can hear, my voice is still not 100%. I cannot get rid of this cold. It's been really frustrating. I'm kind of really done with it now. I just want to feel well again. I don't feel awful, and I haven't felt awful the whole time, but it's just not disappearing. And I'm I'm one of these people that doesn't really like going to the doctor, because I feel like I'm using the resources that other people might need. More, what's the word, like need more than I do, you know, like they you know, there will be other people out there who are a lot sicker than I am over Christmas, and who are really not feeling very well. And like I said, I don't feel too bad, but I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm like, I just cannot shift this thing. So maybe I need to get some antibiotics or something to try and get rid of it. Again, I don't really like taking antibiotics, because I feel like there's too much antibiotic resistance around, and you know, yeah, but I just kind of gotten to the point where I just don't know what to do to get rid of it. I just cannot. I've had it for nearly 3 weeks now, and it just does not seem to be shifting, and it's really frustrating me. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe just keep persevering, taking lots of vitamins, drinking lots of water, trying to look after myself, eat, you know, plenty of fruit and veg and that sort of thing. I know Christmas time isn't great for that, because there's so many sweet treats around and yummy stuff to be had, which has probably not been great, but yeah, just, oh, I'm so done with that. I really am. At least I don't feel bad, and you know, at least I don't feel really sick or anything like that. I haven't been bed bound, or you know, there are definitely worse things to have, but it's just so frustrating. I just cannot get rid of it. I've gone with the darkest marker there, which was a mistake. Let's go over it with that one. Yeah, I'm just finding it so frustrating now, where I've got to the point where I was like, why won't it go? Why won't it go and leave me alone? But yeah, hopefully it'll disappear over the next few days, and I've got another couple of weeks really until I have to go back to work. So at least I've got that, you know, it's all good. I can stay inside and colour and relax. Okay, I'm hoping that's going to blend out a bit nicer. I'm going to leave it with that, but then I don't know, I really don't know what to do with this, whether to make it snow. I think I do want to make it snow, because I think once I colour everything else, it's going to look quite nice. I do want to add a touch. Let's see, I'm going to add a 420 green shadow, so I'm just going to add a touch of this to kind of the top. I don't know now I'm looking at it, it's a bit green. I think it was more like a turquoisey colour, but against that blue it looks really green. Do I just colour it all as green? What have I got? Maybe it will pale down a bit. Okay. Let's get my colourless blender and just go over that a little bit and kind of pull that colour down. So what I'm thinking of doing is adding some like stickles or something to this to make it look like snow. So if I just add a bit to the top, pull it down with that colourless blender, blend it out a bit, hopefully that will work. Just to kind of add a little bit of a shadow to it. I didn't want it to look stark white there. I don't know, we'll see how that looks. It might look crazy, but well, we'll see. Okay, what to do next? Let's add some browns. So I have YR92, E310 and Y148. So just make sure I've got these around the right way. So my YR92 is the darkest, so let's go in with some of this. It is quite a dark brown. And I'm going to use this on my little robins as well. And try and make them look like robins with little red tummies. Hopefully that will work. Yeah, I don't like the way the marker bleeds quite so much on this paper, but it's okay. I think I can make it work. Keep saying that, don't I? If I tell myself enough, it will happen. Isn't it such a cute page though? I love that. I love these little birds. It's quite hard to see sometimes where some of these bits and pieces go. I'm interested to see what R.J. Hempson comes out with next time, because I'm sure he will come out with some new books in 2026. He is quite prolific, isn't he? And yeah, I'm interested to see what he comes out with. I wonder if there'll be another Mr. Fogarty adventure, or whether he'll move on to something else. He's done Around the World, he's done Through Time with Mr. Fogarty. So yeah, I'm not sure what could be next actually. I don't know. He's done a winter book now, so I'm wondering maybe he'll do the seasons. Maybe he'll do a spring and a summer and an autumn. That could be quite interesting. Yeah, lots of possibilities. Who knows what will come out, what R.J. Hempson will come out with next year. It'll be quite exciting to see what he does do. I'm not sure if I'll buy it anymore, because I have so many of his beautiful works now that I need to kind of concentrate on. Like I say, if I can get Forest Song done this year, it's my project book, then maybe I can choose another of his books to do as a project book for 2027. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many. It really is hard to keep up sometimes with all the new books that come out. It is quite overwhelming. Like 10-15 years ago, you were lucky if you got one colouring book in a year come out, and now there's so many. There's like new ones every week, and it can feel a little bit overwhelming. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be more mindful this year of what I buy. What I can't buy everything. I just can't get to everything as much as I would like to have all of these books. It also just adds pressure on me, and I feel like, oh my goodness, I haven't got the time to colour all this stuff and I can't do it. So yeah, I'm going to be more mindful this year of what I get. And with all these uncoloured books I already have, I really don't need tons more. I'm quite interested in Inklings by Joanna Basford. Oh, I've missed a bit of gold there. I'm quite interested in Malpomeni's Flower Fantasy book. I think that one looks quite neat. Kirby has got a new book coming out in, I think it's not till like November. So I've got a bit of time with Kirby. But yeah, that one, again, I'm going to wait and see, because I didn't end up getting Dark Fairy Tales. As much as I think the artwork is just fantastic in that book, the content doesn't appeal to me quite so much. I'm not really into those really gory, dark kind of things, so I did not get that one. So we'll see with his new one. I think his artwork is just getting better and better and better though. So I'm really hoping it's something that I enjoy. Although I've got tons of his artwork that I still need to colour here. I would like to do far more in Mythomorphia and Worlds Within Worlds. Those are two books that I would really like to touch a lot more this year if I could. I always find, like, when I colour Kirby's pages, I don't colour them enough, but when I do colour them, I always like the end result. I always generally enjoy the process, and I always generally like the end result. So I would like to colour more Kirby. Okay, I think that's all in terms of the branches. Again, it's really bleeding a lot, but hopefully that's okay. Let's do my little birds. Gonna use the same brown, and I don't want to introduce too many new colours into this. So yeah, those are some of the ones that I'm quite looking forward to. Oh, and of course, one that will be a must-buy for me this year will be Hannah Calzon's new one, Tales from the Castle Ruins. I think Hannah Calzon is my favourite illustrator, and I'm really looking forward to that one. I just think it sounds right up my street, it really does. So that one I think is a must buy. All the others I think I will kind of hold off and see if it's stuff that I'm really gonna colour. And who knows what else is coming. Oh, Emily Niederhall Oberg's new book is coming out as well. But again, I really need to colour more in the ones that I have, because I have her 2 books already. I didn't get the postcard books, although they look super cute. But yeah, I definitely need to colour more in what I have. I think I'm just going to colour over those bits, and I might do something with some gel pen on those and make them shiny. I don't really like the way this is going. I feel like I'm not doing a very good job here with this. I'm scared to blend too much because it's just bleeding everywhere, but oh well, it is what it is. I've had a lot of fun colouring it. It's just a really relaxing page, and I've been doing a lot of chatting while I've been colouring, so yeah, I feel like it's been fun. So yeah, there are well, I think in all honesty, I think I think Hannah Calzon's book is the one that I will definitely buy. The others I really do want to try and be a bit more mindful about and only get if I'm going to use them. But yeah, Hannah Calzon's book sounds awesome. I'm really looking forward to that one. Oh, he looks a bit messy. I'm not loving how this is going. Oh well, it's all good fun. Yeah, I'll try and do smaller sections and see if I can get those blends a bit better. I'm scared about blending too much because the marker is just bleeding out so badly. It's kind of going everywhere, so I'm a bit nervous about, you know, going back and forth over things too much. You can see there it's gone everywhere. But never mind, we'll persevere and hope for the best. I haven't been using my markers as much, so maybe I'm just a bit out of practice as well because I haven't used them as much as I would normally. It is what it is. It's been fun to colour this page. So yeah, in terms of buying, I'm definitely not going to be buying as much. I said this last year, but I'm going to definitely try not to buy as many colouring books. In terms of supplies, I would really like to try out some oil pastels. So they might be next on my list to have a go with. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna maybe look at some more YouTube videos and figure out how exactly to use them. They look quite messy. I think that could be quite fun though. But that's something that I would like to have a go at, and I think it's nice to try and push yourself out of your comfort zone a bit every now and then and try something new. You never know, it might become something that you really love doing. Okay. Oh, I don't know, it's looking a bit messy. Let's try some reds. So I've got R8, R6 and R160 here for my reds. These are really bright, deep reds, so I'm hoping it's going to work. So yeah, in terms of buying, for everything really, even my suppliers, I need to be a bit more mindful. I am planning on getting some Derwent drawing pencils because I would quite like to do some more muted pages, and the Derwent drawing pencils are kind of designed to be a little bit more muted, and I've seen them on sale. I have already ordered them. I did get an Amazon voucher for Christmas, so I have used that towards the purchase of those, and they will be arriving hopefully tomorrow, fingers crossed. So that is one purchase for supplies. Other than that, it'll probably just be purchasing replacements for things. So like if my Prismas or my polychromos run out, I'll purchase replacements. I've kind of gotten to the point where I know what I like to use, and there's not much point me spending loads of money on other things. Like I said, the Derwent drawing pencils I'm quite keen to try because they have these lovely muted colours, which I think will be great for with some of the palettes that I'm thinking of for the coming year. I'm going to do these berries as well. I think I'm going to start with the lightest colour for the berries. I can add some shadow with the darker ones. So yeah, that's my plan for purchasing. Hopefully not purchasing too much. I really don't want to be spending loads of money on books and things because I just cannot get to them all. And as much as I like looking at colouring books and collecting them and all that sort of thing, I also want to be able to use them, and I want to feel like I'm not just, they're not just going to sit on my shelf empty and uncoloured. I don't think, I like I say, I've slimmed. I got rid of loads just before Christmas, and I now have a real collection of books that I actually really want to have, and I really enjoy, and I've still got far too many, but they're all books that I really like. That one. And I do want to touch. So I feel like I'm quite a good place with my books. And so, yeah, I want to be a little bit more careful about what I'm buying in the future. And yes, I did have the same goal last year. And yes, I was quite good for the first half of the year. And then in the second half, that kind of went downhill. But we'll see how we go this year. Oh, I keep picking up the wrong one. So fingers crossed it goes smoothly. Okay, I think this is looking all right. This is looking okay. Just a bit frustrated by the amount of bleeding I've got going here, and I'm probably going to have to stop very shortly because I do have to go and do other things. I don't think it'll take me too long to get this page finished, and I will post it up on Instagram once it is done. And you can see it there, I've got the wrong colour again. Yeah, and I'm hoping with a bit of white gel pen I can fix up all these bits that have bled out, and yeah, created a bit of a mess. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with this background, whether I just make it all green or whether I turn it into snow somehow. We'll see, but I think it's looking okay so far. I've had a lot of fun colouring it anyway, and it's been good chatting and talking, and yeah, gosh, it's an hour. That's gone already, over an hour, so that's probably enough. You've probably heard enough of me croaking away here. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you all again very soon. Enjoy your weekend, whatever's left of it, and happy colouring, everybody. Take care. Bye.